travelers, and luxury destination adventurers. It's now time to enjoy the journey on Enjoy the Journey with David Hartman and guests. And now, here's David Hartman.
In the Keys.
Greetings from paradise. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey luxury travel show from the beautiful Florida Keys here at Snooks Bayside Restaurant in Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Want to say a beautiful special welcome to our RadioA1A and Cruisin Country listeners, A1A Media Network affiliates, podcast partners, and live streaming viewers around the world. I'm your host, David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. I'm the travel agent that always asks two questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? I bet you all wish you were here with me on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the Florida Keys, heading out on a floating tiki bar. As always, like this show, share it, send a comment, send a question about heading out in the Keys and hanging out with Dan Cornell at Cruisin Tikis. Dan will be here in just a few minutes. And first of all, I'd like to thank our sponsors of the A1A Media Network. We have Chip Bell Author, chipbellauthor.com. Jim LaPointe, talk to Jim for the best mortgage rates in the Keys. And we have check out the new music store on A1A Media Network on RadioA1A.com. And Atlas Ocean Voyages, launching next year. They're a big sponsor of my show, new luxury cruise line. And Health Genie, Dale Clemens, system checker. And Michael Marinelli, the real estate contact, best real estate agent in the Keys. And Vic Figueroa, Keys smartphone repair. Please stay tuned for a message from our sponsors. We'll be right back with Dan Cornell, owner of Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expeditions that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages and remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman, 305-453-9208, Dave at bucketwishtrip.com.
You know, they may be called smartphones, but they are handled by regular folks like you and me. And we break things. Well, no more freaking out about breaking your smartphone because Keys Smartphone Repair is here. Just click or call KeysSmartphoneRepair.com. That's KeysSmartphoneRepair.com. KeysSmartphoneRepair.com. It's fast, professional smartphone and tablet repair located in Tavernier, mile marker 90. KeysSmartphoneRepair.com. Click it now and save.
The Health Genie System Checker answers three important questions when you are feeling ill. What is wrong with me? How ill am I? And where can I receive care? System Checker puts the information and answers at your fingertips with the most advanced triage and healthcare technologies available. Engage on a personal level in your own words to describe your symptoms with no smart trees or drop-down menus that force self-diagnosis. Health Genie System Checker provides an avenue to early healthcare engagement. Hello, David Hartman with Fantastic Endeavors. Fantastic Endeavors is a full-service travel agency based in Key Largo, Florida, specializing in custom individual and group travel. Our luxury travel advisors inspire people to answer two questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? Fantastic Endeavors will personally tailor your journey to your needs We build extraordinary, enriching experiences curated just for you. Call us today at 305-453-9208 or email at dave@bucketwishtrip.com. Enjoy the journey. Back to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show here at Cruisin Tikis Key Largo in Snooks Bayside Restaurant, Key Largo, Florida, at mile marker 99-ish on the bayside of the beautiful Florida Keys. Appreciate you guys being here. As always, like and share this feed and come on board because we're going on Cruisin Tikis Key Largo with Captain Dan Cornell. Dan, good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
How's it going? We ready for a ride?
I'm ready for a ride.
We're going to head right after it. Whoa, whoa. Got to get our camera person on.
I don't know.
So I'm on Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Bonnie, our producer's coming on board with the camera. I'm gonna drive the boat. Not really, but I'm gonna get behind the wheel. Dan's our captain today. So this holds 6 people. Dan was on the show in April of this year, and we had a real fun time. It was remote because of the COVID era, but now we're actually going cruising today. You can't drive the boat, you can act like you're driving. Has a full sound system that rocks. You can plug in your own sound via an iPod, Bluetooth, or plug it in, or you can listen to the tunes they have on board. 6 people max, but they have 2 of them, as we'll pan across and show you. And Dan actually has a group of 12 going out for a sunset cruise that we're going to show you a bit of before we end the show today. Well, we are at Snooks Bayside Restaurant in Key Largo, and this is where Dan docks his 2 Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. I'm going to let Dan take it. Dan, we're going for a cruise.
All right, let's do it. All right, we always got to ring the bell. Woo! Woo! Actually beautiful out.
So enjoy our cruise. Once Dan gets situated, we're going to talk about Dan and his business a bit. Appreciate you guys joining us today. The RadioA1A Network and Cruisin Tiki, my friends on Facebook Live. We always talked about doing this. We finally worked out our schedules, and we got a beautiful afternoon here, Sunday afternoon in the Florida Keys, to hang out on Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. This is one of the easiest activities here. You just show up and go. It's a bring your own, but they got a beautiful Yeti cooler we'll show off in a few minutes, stock full of ice, and it has the beautiful environment of Florida Keys. My friends and I were out. We're going to show some pictures here in the feed. Just recently in mid-September, my friend Tonto, Tony Baxter, and Rich Schroeder. Tony watched my show in April with Dan on it and said, hey, how about that Cruisin Tikis? And we booked it. And Dan was awesome and got us on. And Seth was our captain. And these pictures we're showing you now, you'll see the good time we had. We did a sunset cruise. Highly recommend the sunset cruises. Beautiful, breezy day. If you hear breezing our mics, don't worry, that's part of the environment. And as Dan gets settled here, we're going to talk about how you can book Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Dan, as we're getting settled, what's the website again?
The website's Cruisin Tikis Key Largo, and you can go on our site. We have a 2-minute commercial we did last summer that's right in the middle of the page. It says YouTube video, and we did that because this is so unique and it's hard to explain. So you can go on, if you're trying to explain to your friends what this is all about, they can go to our website, watch the video, and kind of get an idea of what the tiki experience is like. And then we have our times there and lots of photos and some reviews and links to TripAdvisor and all those.
Nice. Well, in the feed as you guys are listening to us, we have some photos. And I believe during our sponsor break, halfway through the show, we're going to run one of Dan's commercials. We have that queued up. And just sit back and enjoy a little time with us. And so Dan, let's remind people who you are and how you got involved in the Keys and Cruisin Tikis Key Largo.
All right. Yeah, my name's Dan. My wife Lori and I moved down to Key Largo about 5 years ago now. And we opened Cruisin Tikis about 1.5 years ago. And I actually ran into the franchise owner and he said Key Largo was open. So just always wanted to open a business down here in the Keys, be able to take people on the water, show them what it's like to be in the Keys, looking at the land from the water.
Nice. Well, it's a nice little vocation to have here. Not a bad job, right?
Mm-hmm. It's an excellent job. Taking people out. We meet people from all around the world. And that's part of the best part of the captain's job is getting to meet people, see the smile on their face when they come on board. And sometimes we see dolphins out here. We see manatee this time of year. The water's super warm this time of year still, so we go swimming and we have rafts, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, as you guys see pictures in the feed of the show today, you'll see, I believe I have a picture I threw in there of my friends and I. We all got in the water for the sunset cruise. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Actually, I stayed on board and ate all the food. I was hungry. So Dan's one of the captains, so is his wife Laura. I believe your daughter is also.
So my daughter Rachel is the captain. She's doing the cruise coming up. And we have 7 other captains right now.
Nice.
So some do just our sunset cruises. We have 3 cruises during the day as well. And those cruises are an hour and a half, and then our sunset's a 2-hour cruise.
To me, I love the sunset. So you have different options. Like today's an 11. You also can book an afternoon, you said, right?
Yeah.
An afternoon.
Yep. We change a little bit as the times change. You know,
Sure.
It gets darker earlier.
Yeah.
And we typically will have 3 day cruises, and in about a month we added a night cruise. So one of the things I like about our sunset is the last half an hour of it, you're in the dark. So the captain will light up the underwater lights on the tiki boat.
Nice.
We have some LED lights, and you know, you get to see the some of the houses have their lights on, and it's wonderful.
And you know, for people that don't know, and honestly, I'm never on the water this much. So where are we right now? We love Snooks, but what body of water are we on? What are we looking at right now around us?
Well, we're on the Florida Bay side. So the Florida Bay stretches from mile marker 106 all the way to Key West, and then it turns into the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
So typically the Bay side is going to be a lot calmer and more conducive for the tikis. And it's about 7 feet deep is the average depth.
Nice. So if the tiki sinks, just get on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unsinkable. Well, you don't want to say unsinkable. It'd be very difficult to sink.
And actually, right now we're looking at bungalows. Brand new, right? Is that bungalows?
Yep.
Brand new all-inclusive resort in town. You can stay there and go out with Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Very pricey, but all-inclusive, including your booze.
Booze, and I think they have 5 restaurants and top shelf liquor, and bungalows look pretty neat. I haven't been on there yet, but I intend to.
We're trying to get a tour, but they're very exclusive and inclusive. So people come out and they sail around the Florida Bay here. What I like about the Bayside is that the weather is pretty much always pretty nice. We don't have the wind problems of the ocean side.
We really don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the winter we'll get wind out of the north and the bay can get a little choppy, but we rarely have to cancel due to weather, which is nice. If there's any thunder or lightning, of course, for safety, we reschedule guests because we want them to have a great time. A little bit of rain's okay. We get some of our best reviews when it rains. It's like when you're a little kid playing on the water. So it's and we see more animals sometimes. So, but very rare that we have to cancel due to weather, which is nice.
Very nice. We are here with Dan Cornell, owner of Cruisin Tikis Key Largo here on beautiful Florida Bay on the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. And by the way, Dan, we're going slow, but that's part of the deal, right? This is not about speed, folks.
It's really not.
Yeah.
In fact, the top speed, I believe it's about 5 miles an hour, and no speeding tickets yet. And most of our passengers, they're not looking to get anywhere in a hurry. Part of the allure of coming on the tiki boat is to leave all your problems on shore. So for an hour and a half to 2 hours, we're just out here, relaxing, looking for wildlife, just enjoying the scenery the Florida Keys has to offer.
And I do agree. I mean, just being here is like so relaxing. Today we have a little bit of a chop because it's breezy, but the breeze is so nice. Partner and Mike's guys, if you hear anything, because we have like Florida breeze today. It's been absolutely beautiful out here. We are having fun with Cruisin Tikis, and we're doing today's format is a short ride with Dan because he has a charter, a big 12-person charter. You can actually rent out both tikis and enjoy the time with them on separate vessels. They can travel together, correct? That's what's happening today. So keep in mind that 6 is the limit for 1, but you could have 12, which they're doing this afternoon. So we're going to head back to the dock now, and then we're going to continue our interview after break with Dan and answer your questions. But please ask us questions in the chat. Message me directly, write in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube or on the networks and on my Facebook Live, and ask Dan about what's that. And we have some trivia after the break. We'll talk to Dan about it. Maybe we'll have a giveaway or gift certificate for you. We'll see. We shall see. And please let us know what you think. What do you think of our broadcast today? We're having fun out here at Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. We're going to keep chatting with Dan as we head back to the dock and pardon our wind. I'm going to have to get my back to the wind and probably shift our camera person around. And then as we get back to that, we'll head to break, and then we'll meet you back right on the tables of Snooks Bayside Restaurant here in Key Largo. What's the actual address of this facility? It's 99 something?
99,353, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Snooks Bayside and Mount Marker 100, pretty much. I mean, I guess we don't have much of a downtown, but that would be considered downtown Key Largo.
Downtown Key Largo.
You know, Snooks is downtown on the Bayside. I think it's the number one venue for a restaurant and bar. So that's why we partnered with them. You know,
it's beautiful, and if you like sunsets, you can do Cruisin Tikis in the afternoon, watch the sunset from Snooks while you're eating, literally facing the sunset. Or you can do a sunset cruise after eating at Snooks, and it's a wonderful time.
Yeah.
And what's nice about Bring Your O's, and you can get really custom with your drinks. We go to the Bug Pub where I broadcast my show from quite a bit, and they serve us coconuts and put coconut rum in it. So we brought our own coconut rum on board. I have from Maui, actually Kauai in the Hawaiian Islands. And we had the coconuts, and we filled them through a pina colada, mixing our own coconut rum on top.
nice.
So we had, in our picture, we're going to show you that we have these big coconut drinks. And we brought those. We brought our own grass skirts. We brought our own little decorations. So you can really go crazy, or you could just show up with just yourself. Clothing's required. Obviously, masks are required in the restaurants. It's still that required down here. But once you're on board, it's your charter, and it really is a relaxing time. And so, Dan, could someone come on by themselves, or how does that work? What's the numbers work?
They can. We'll take out, the maximum per tiki is 6, and we'll take out a minimum of 2. So lots of times we will get 3 couples of 2. We get that question a lot. You know, do we have to rent the whole boat? Absolutely not. You can just call Cruisin Tikis and just say, I'd like to go on one of your cruises, and we figure out the rest.
Nice. So what's your phone number, Dan?
800-941-7080. And you just press 1 for reservations, and we take calls up till 9 o'clock at night. And we do run our tours Monday through Sunday, 365 days a year. We have a Christmas Day one, of course, a New Year's, 4th of July. We did the fireworks right here when they had the fireworks going off under bungalows. So we have some specialty trips as well.
And it's normally not this rough, is it?
No, that's it.
No, it's normally not this rough, but a lot of the passengers like the wind because it can get pretty hot down here in the Keys.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a little bit of a trade-off, but it actually feels pretty good.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful this afternoon here. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Florida Keys, here in the Florida Bay, in Key Largo, Florida. We had left Snooks Bayside Restaurant, and now we're at Cruisin Tikis Key Largo with Captain Dan Cornell showing us around. Dan was on the show in April. I'll leave a link to that show on my YouTube feed. You can go back to my Facebook feed or our YouTube on the A1A Media Network. Follow that channel, subscribe, go back to the April show. I believe it was April 23rd you're on, but I'll have a link in my chat or in the YouTube.
You want to show the customers the Everglades?
Sure.
See how close we are?
Well, there's actually 2 things I want to show you, because on the last week we had my friend Michael Byers on. He had a trivia question. He's Pirates Cove Water Sports. He asked about the intercoastal waterways right out there, and then beyond that is the Florida Everglades.
You actually have to be the intercoastal. You'll see just past the sailboat there. And if you're on the other side of it, you are in the Everglade National Park.
Really?
So we have an Everglade National Park pass on the Tiki.
Nice.
In case the captain ventures off and gets a little bit lost, then we're in compliance with the folks in the Everglades.
Well, listen, the National Park Service is one of 10 boats that could pull you over that patrol our waters.
Yes, sir.
That along with FWC and Monroe County Sheriff and DEP. We have a lot of enforcement down here, which is good. It keeps our passengers and our customers and travelers safe, which is awesome. So we're going to start heading back, and we're going to head into the sun a little bit here, and we're showing off some footage of the surrounding area of Florida Bay, just outside of downtown Key Largo, where Snooks is based. And this is real easy to find. The center of Key Largo is the Office Depot Plaza, that area, Bayside Resort, and Snooks is a driveway right next to Bayside. If you miss that driveway, you can go past the Salvation Army. In between there, you can enter like we did this morning. And they have plenty of parking, great restaurant, Really nice people run this place, come here a lot. You see a lot of my pictures on Facebook from here. And we're going to hang out for a bit afterwards and talk with Dan and talk about his operation and about how you can get on Cruisin Tikis Key Largo coming up. So Dan, is this a year-round operation for you guys?
It is year-round.
Okay.
Yeah, so we, including holidays, the only time we do not sail is because of weather.
Okay.
And as I said, it's very rare. We get an occasional trip where the storm rolls through and it just doesn't make sense to have the passengers out here with their safety. And again, we want them to have fun. So we cancel and offer free refund if we cancel due to weather or to reschedule. And we get a lot of repeat customers as well. So come out here, and a lot of folks say this is one of their highlights of visiting the Keys is going on the tiki boat.
Nice.
Makes me feel great.
Yeah, my friend Tony Baxter, who's watching right now, and he was in the pictures I showed you guys. He saw the show in April, and he was like, "Hey, how do we book that thing in here?" And we came out in September, and it was awesome. And that was such a fun trip. And Seth was our captain, by the way, in the picture scene. Dan was not available, and Seth did a fantastic job. And it really was not a sunset cruise, but you get back, we actually kind of had a semi-night cruise too. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's the nice part about the sunset. You get to see before, during, and after. And if you're lucky enough to catch a sunset, you can actually go swimming in the water when the sun's going down. It's
excellent,
great.
Excellent. It was nice when we got back around 8 o'clock to the dock, but that time of year you go out that time because it was September, the light was pretty late. And we already ate on the boat. We brought our own food, which you're allowed to do, right? Bring snacks.
Bring your own food.
It's all bring your own, which is nice, but you can customize. I mean, I've seen like little cater things on here. Our friend Lisa bought piles of chicken wings. It was fantastic. But we had time for specialty cocktails at Snooks afterwards. And Snooks has some amazing cocktails. I highly recommend the Painkiller. It takes the edge off. They have true Pusser's rum, so it's a true painkiller. We are now back at Snooks Bayside Restaurant here in the center of Key Largo, mile marker 99.3 on the Bayside on the beautiful Florida Bay. Here with the owner, Dan Cornell of Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. I'm the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show host. I'm David Hartman, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. We're going to let Dan dock, and there's one of his captains. Is that a captain or is that a...
Yeah, it's Joey.
Hey, Joey, wave. You're live. We're doing a show. So we're going to head to break soon. Please stay tuned to break for our sponsors and support our sponsors. Most of them are local, and they mean a lot because they make our show happen. And then when we come back after break, we're going to be sitting with Dan, having a beautiful cocktail, probably a painkiller, right? Sitting here at Snooks Bayside Restaurant. We'll answer your questions in the chat. And I'm going to talk to Dan, maybe get a small something for a trivia question. So stay tuned for that after the break. Appreciate you guys being here. We'll be right back. Atlas Ocean Voyages offers smaller ships designed for luxe expeditions that extend the reach of adventure travel by sea, with their first ship launching in July 2021. Venture to small villages and remote locations, from the desert city of Petra to the frozen tundra of Antarctica. To experience Atlas Ocean Voyages, call David Hartman, 305-453-9208, Dave at bucketwishtrip.com.
You know, they may be called smartphones, but they are handled by regular folks like you and me. And we break things. Well, no more freaking out about breaking your smartphone, because Keys Smartphone Repair is here. Just click or call keysmartphonerepair.com. That's keysmartphonerepair.com. keysmartphonerepair.com. It's fast, professional smartphone and tablet repair, located in Tavernier, mile marker 90, keysmartphonerepair.com. Click it now and save.
The Health Genie System Checker answers 3 important questions when you are feeling ill. What is wrong with me? How ill am I? And where can I receive care? System Checker puts the information and answers at your fingertips with the most advanced triage and healthcare technologies available. Engage on a personal level in your own words to describe your symptoms, with no smart trees or drop-down menus that force self-diagnosis. Health Genie System Checker provides an avenue to early healthcare engagement. Hello, David Hartman with Fantastic Endeavors. Fantastic Endeavors is a full-service travel agency based in Key Largo, Florida, specializing in custom individual and group travel. Our luxury travel advisors inspire people to answer 2 questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right now? Fantastic Endeavors will personally tailor your journey to your needs. We build extraordinary, enriching experiences curated just for you. Call us today at 305-453-9208 or email at dave@bucketwishtrip.com. Enjoy the journey. Hey, welcome back. We're live. Cruisin Tikis Key Largo at Snooks Bayside Restaurant in Key Largo, Florida. Dan and I just got off the Tiki. We're in for a great ride and beautiful day out there. And he had a full charter going out this evening. So we're now here just hanging out, having a nice painkiller, as I mentioned. And we got some amazing appetizers I'll show you in a second. We're going to hang out and answer your questions. We've been getting the feed. Thank you for the questions. And we got some trivia questions thanks to Dan. Dan, thank you again for a great ride. That was awesome.
That was great. Thanks.
Oh, it was awesome. Now, as always, like and share this. Thank you for staying tuned during the break. We threw Dan's awesome video in there. You can rewatch that video on my feed, but also on Dan's website. So check that out at cruisintikisKeyLargo.com. And Dan, your phone number again?
Phone number is 800-941-7080.
7080. Very easy phone number. So we got about another 20 minutes here with Dan. Going to answer your questions. And right away, want to thank Sue Mooney. So let's go to questions. Actually, you know what? We always get calls for trivia. So Dan, thank you for again. We got some giveaways. What are the giveaways?
Okay, so we're going to give away a $100 gift certificate to Cruisin Tikis Key Largo for the trivia tonight. And
nice,
you can use
$100.
Yeah, you can use that for one of our day trips or apply it to a sunset. We'll go through the pricing with them since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So our day trips are $50 a person, and then our sunset is $75. So the day trip's an hour and a half long, and the sunset's our signature cruise, which is 2 hours. And so we're giving away a gift certificate tonight, and they can apply that to either cruise.
That's awesome. Thanks for your generous offer. So we have 2 giveaways?
We're giving one $100 gift certificate away.
Okay.
So one, and they have to get both trivia questions.
Oh,
it's a
I love it.
two-part.
Hey, listen, we have some very loyal followers, so this is a 2-part question. 2-part question, so you have to get both right. So, drum roll, please. So, Dan, what is the first trivia question? This is about Keys trivia.
Yeah, it's the Florida Keys. So, and it's how many bridges do we have in the Florida Keys? So bridges, which means a bridge crossing from one key to another key. So that's part one.
Part one. So how many bridges in the Florida Keys? Put it in the chat, guys. Put it in the chat. I'm watching our chat right here on my Facebook Live. We're also watching the YouTube chat. So please put how many bridges in the Florida Keys and tell us what that is. And then if you get that right, you'll be eligible for a part two and be eligible for a $100 gift certificate. Part two is a much harder question. So those of you on board right now, you have to get both questions right. So there's a benefit to watching the show. Dan, that was a great ride, and we do have some questions I want to address first. Then we'll talk more about how to get people here on your vessels. So first off, Sue Mooney. Hey, Sue. Sue spent 20 years here in the Keys. Now she's in Maine. She actually now works with my travel agency because she watched my show. So hello, Sue. How's Maine today? It's a beautiful day in the Keys. We miss you. Sue Mooney asked, what is the mass capacity per vessel?
Great question. We get that quite often. So we have a 6-pack license for the tiki boat. So the maximum number of paying passengers is 6, and the captain is excluded. So we can have 6 paying passengers plus the captain, of course. So it'll be 7.
And then your vessels, can they be rented out, or they have to have your captains?
They cannot be rented out. They require the captain. So you don't need to rent the whole tiki, though. You can rent individual.
Sure.
You can just call and say, my wife and I want to go on the tiki. You don't need to rent the whole boat, but you can't rent the boat and then just take it on your own. So it's required. All our captains are Coast Guard approved. They have a Coast Guard's at least a 6-pack or higher license, and of course we do drug screening and the whole works. So they're all U.S. Coast Guard captains, and So on the 6-person, we do have 2 tikis in Key Largo, so they can take up to 12, and we have to take 2 separate tikis.
Okay.
So
12 people. That's a nice little group. And I was here once, and we actually right when we got done, you had a full group going out both vessels, which is awesome.
Right.
So they basically follow each other, right?
Yeah. What we do is when it's the same group on 2 different tikis, we stay close, and then usually at some point in the cruise, people want to go swimming. We will anchor up, and you can actually combine the tikis, so you can walk from one to the other. So
Nice.
you can
Nice.
actually be on the tikis, just not while they're driving.
And guys, as I'm doing the feed here, I'm going to show some pictures. There'll be a black screen for about 3 seconds. We'll still be here talking, but you're going to, instead of seeing our beautiful faces, you're going to see some amazing pictures from Buzz Team Media, who did the video we just played, the video on Dan's website. They're good friends of mine. I use them for my business too, and they do a phenomenal job. And coming up with some of their pictures and also a little bit of mine. Early on, we were able to show off some pictures that we talked about in the feed. Thank you, Bonnie, our producer, for doing that. We were cruising around, Cruisin Tikis. But I got to tell you, like I said on board, it's just like the easiest activity down here. I mean, it so represents the Keys to have like this floating tiki and this kind of like really nice time. Bring your own, customize your own drinks, customize your own menu. Bring food, don't bring food, just hang out and have a good time.
We find that a lot of folks that come down the Keys don't even get on the water. So that was one of the inspirations for Cruisin Tikis, is to take someone on vacation or locals that are at a restaurant such as Snooks, and they're looking at the beautiful bay, and we want to get them out there. So for a relatively inexpensive price, they can go out on a tiki boat, and we see a lot of wildlife out there too. So you never know what we're going to see.
Hey. Well, it's nice that you don't have to go very far to see a lot. That's what I love about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we did Lisa Mangi's on. Hey, Lisa Mangelia. Did her show there in early September at the History of Dive Museum. She was on our mid-September trip. We had a great time, Lisa. By the way, we do have a couple right answers. Tim Freeman, you are correct. The correct answer, the number of bridges in Keys is 42. 42. And also Janice, you two came in the same time, so you two are both eligible for question number 2. So we have 2 people competing for this great prize. You guys were the first. That's all we can take right now because it's just one prize. So Tim and Janice, listen very closely to the second question. I love this 2-part trivia. Make them work for it. So you can't get off the feet if you want to qualify. All right.
Can't make it too easy.
No. So for Tim and Janice only, you're welcome to answer if you're out there. For the $100 gift certificate to Cruisin Tikis Key Largo, what's the second question, Dan?
What is the longest key? No, that's not it.
No.
That would have been too easy.
Too easy.
What is the shortest, by distance and feet, what is the shortest key out of the 42 bridges? The shortest bridge between keys. So, and this goes by feet.
Yeah.
So this is a tough one.
All right, for Janice and Tim Freeman out there, what is the shortest bridge of the 42 bridges in the Florida Keys? We all know the longest.
Yeah, 7 mile.
It actually is 6.8 miles long. I measured all the time in my car to see if they got it
I rode
wrong.
my bicycle over that and had 2 flat tires.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
No.
That's going to be tough. Should be pretty windy.
Now let's, can we make a rule that they can't use the internet, or would that be too hard?
Everyone uses the internet, Dan.
All right.
Oh, yeah. So that's right. When Lisa was on, and we went on, literally a month ago, we did this with Bonnie, Lisa Manji, Bonnie, our producer, and my 2 friends from Connecticut, high school friends. Tony Baxter saw your show that you were on May 11th. I'll put that in the chat when I'm done tonight. And he said, what about those cruising things? I said, we got to go out on those. I said, sure, man. And so we booked that trip, and she said we saw a dolphin and a manatee.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that great? And right here on Florida Bay, there is so much to see. We're going to talk louder because the band has started. We are in a live bar, and there's football behind us. The Dolphins are playing, and they're doing well, so pretty loud here. But thank you guys for being on the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show. Appreciate you hanging out at Snooks Bayside Restaurant in Key Largo, Florida. Mile marker 99.4 on the Bayside, right in downtown Key Largo. One of the best restaurants we hear for sunsets, best for food and environment. Dan has partnered with them because they're such a great place to hang out.
Yeah, in my view, they're the #1 outdoor venue in Key Largo.
And they serve amazing painkillers. I mean, amazing painkillers. Go back to our live feed. The pictures have rotated. All right, we're back. I'm having an amazing painkiller with True Pusser's Rum. You can only call it a painkiller if you use Pusser's Rum.
Didn't know that.
Well, there's one bar, the Sand Dollar Bar in Joss Van Dyke. Because it was invented there and some guy made his own rum, they can call it a painkiller. Outside that one bar, that would have been a good trivia question.
So did we stump our trivia goers, or do they get that second part?
They both answered. Tim Freeman was a hair early. They both said Harris Gap Bridge. We may have to go to the judges. Gotta check on that.
How many feet?
All right, so how short is Harris Gap Bridge? We did our research. You did the research. Yeah. Right, Dan?
We came up with a different answer.
All right, Tim and Janice. It's a trivia off. That's not the right answer according to the judge, which is Dan, who owns Cruisin Tiki. So what's your next best guess? I know. We have an answer written down, and it's not Harris Gap Bridge. Appreciate the answers, guys. That's awesome. As always, like this and share it. This was a very special video, very tough to produce. Appreciate Bonnie and the restaurant watching our setup here as we got off the tiki. We did get some video of the group loading behind us. I'm going to show you what it looks like, how the 2 tikis are docked here. I'll show that off now. And it is so easy. Come in here, eat, go on tiki, or go out on the tiki first, eat after. And Dan's been slammed all day long because it's great weather here in the Keys. I'll show off that video. And so the video that's rolling now is that this is a group that was loading as we were getting off it before we went here from the restaurant. It's simple, you know. Bring your own. The captain will tell you what's come on board. Dan's one of the captains. Your wife's one of the captains. Your daughter, one of the captains. We had Seth. We met Joey. And how many captains total?
We have 9.
9 captains.
All from the Keys. All know the Keys well. And that's one of the things when we go out on the tikis. It's not just a booze cruise. So we, it's more of it's a little bit of history, a little bit of fun. We got some good tunes that we play on a great stereo system. Sometimes they go swimming, sometimes we see animals. You just never know what you're going to get when you go on the cruise.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, every cruise could be different, and honestly, it's all about the people you bring. So make sure, like we had a great group when we went out a month ago,
Right.
September 18th. And again, we showed some pictures before, and I'll put some more in the chat later. And it was the sunset cruise, which I love. Ended up being sunset into night cruise. Had a solid couple hours. And what's the normal price for a sunset cruise?
The sunset's $75 a person, and it's 2 hours. And that, again, that's our signature cruise. We book up on that before the day trips typically.
Okay.
And keep in mind too, for our listeners, that you don't have to have a big group to go on the Tiki. In fact, some of our best cruises we have 3 couples. So it's quite, I mean, it's very normal to be down just with your spouse in the Keys and not know anyone. So you can book Cruisin Tikis and possibly meet 2 other couples. We've had that come happen all the time, where at the end of the cruise they're exchanging numbers and they're best friends. So you don't have to have a big group to meet some people as well.
I know. That's where we had so much fun, is that the group was absolutely just fantastic. And I mean, also when we had chamber events, we were going out in different shifts and we were making new friends out there. I mean, that's how we first met, was your chamber event.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just absolutely a wonderful time. You guys stay tuned here. We got a few more time here. Dan Cornell, about 10 more minutes. We're gonna talk more. Put some more questions in the chat, and please hang out with us. Hang out with us for a short little time longer with Cruisin Tikis Key Largo here in Snooks Bayside Restaurant, mile marker 99.4 in downtown Key Largo, Florida, on the RadioA1A and Cruisin Country Radio, the A1A Media Network, and on my Facebook Live. Thank you guys for being here. I saw a little buffering in the stream. That's okay. We're still here. Stay tuned for us as we come on board. We're still waiting for that answer. Yep. All right. So Tim and Janice answered the lengths, but not the right answer. Tim and Janice, hope you stayed on. Hope you stayed on, because we're looking for your next best answer. Sorry, Dan's the judge. He's a tough judge. I didn't research this, I will say. By the way, hand me that food. The food here is phenomenal, and I would say priced pretty competitively for the Keys, for a pretty higher end. These are tuna nachos, and look at that presentation. They are phenomenal. So I'll be nibbling on these when the show ends in a few minutes. The appetizers are great, and they have obviously a full bar. They got bars out on where the dance Cruisin Tikis are. We're looking at right now. We're starting to get towards sunset. We're getting pretty bright because the sun's starting to come on out. It's getting ready for that sunset time. Oh, nope, still waiting for the right answer from Tim and Janice, or Tim and Janice. Come on.
7 Mile Bridge might be good.
Yeah. No, it's not 7 Mile Bridge.
We
So
made
Dan,
the question too hard.
I had a question, actually. I remember from our first show together. The May 11th show was a lot of fun. We were remote, but it was a really good informational show about dance business. Check that out. I have that link in the chat. What's your most unusual request so far?
Well, we did a wedding on the Tiki.
Nice.
So my wife was the officiant, and we did a sunset cruise, and bride and groom got married the next bay over by Playa Largo, and we actually pulled into Baker's Cay, the old Hilton there, and just as they were having their champagne toast, and pulled in and grabbed some champagne because they forgot theirs. So
I love it.
that was probably, I know it doesn't sound real exciting, but it was very exciting, and to actually do a wedding on the Tiki was something we were hoping to do, and we did it. So some of the other things I can't talk about.
There you go. Hey, what happens on Cruisin Tikis stays in Cruisin Tikis. But Peg Laron's on. She's been on my show twice, like you. And Peg actually has a new client that watched my show 4 times and booked her resort. So,
nice.
So Peg Laron says, looks great. It looks like fun. She's only a few clicks down from here.
Yeah.
Hey Peg, we love you. What's going on? Good. What's that?
That would take about 3 days. Tiki only goes 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's not too far by car.
We're
What's
still
that?
waiting for Janice and Tim Freeman, and we want to hear their next best guest. They both guessed independently Harris Gap Bridge.
Maybe
So,
they're right.
Maybe they're right.
Maybe what we should do is split the gift certificate.
Yeah.
50-50.
Hey, if we don't hear from you guys, don't worry. I know them both real well. They're on every show. Tim was actually on my show. I was at the Bug Club for the Keys reopening June 1st. I told him, hey, if you want to get some exposure, come down.
Yeah.
It was my first show out of my house, you know? And he showed up and put him on. And he wore the appropriate, like, bright kind of Florida Keys colored shirt with this beautiful artist painted background. It was awesome. Tim Freeman, you're the man. So if you guys got another answer, great. If not, we'll get a hold of you. But thank you, Tim. Thank you, Janice, for participating in today's trivia. They got the first question right. 42 Bridges.
Why don't you tell them what we thought it was?
All right. Well,
I thought it was.
we got a little more time. A little
Okay.
more time. So, any more questions about Cruisin Tikis, about this location here in the Keys, about what you can't get and do on the cruise? I'm watching the chat right here in front of me, and please let us know what you think of our show today. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for being on a beautiful Sunday. I'm enjoying a painkiller. What are you guys having?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
What's that?
Let's talk about animals.
Oh, the mascots.
Yeah, the mascots, and so we have.
I'm gonna show the pictures again because
Okay,
I have that
got
power. But go ahead and talk about it.
So we have 2 mascots, Johnny and Blaze, and those are our 2 dogs. They're quite unusual. They're from they're a Coton, and they're the national dog of Madagascar, actually.
Nice.
So
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
Wow.
So Johnny is name on one boat, and Blaze is the name of the other boat. And we have a Cruisin Tikis captain's hat on them, and
Nice.
on our website. So
Nice. I'm going to show a picture again. Pardon the dark screen for about 3 seconds. That's our software does that. And then we'll show the picture gallery again. I don't think I finished it last time. But in the gallery is a picture of Dan's wife, Lori, and then of these 2 dogs.
Right.
What's
Johnny and
the
Blaze.
what's the type of dog it is again?
That's Coton.
Coton.
Do something. Do Toulier. And so because we're dog lovers and dogs like to be on the water, we are dog friendly. So it's quite often we will get dogs that'll come and they don't count as a guest. So they're free.
Dogs, you're dog friendly.
Dog
That's
friendly.
a huge revelation.
And
See
they
that?
actually go swimming and they have a great time. We
Nice.
have a dog dish on each tiki for water, and
You guys got to get some pictures in your marketing of that.
yeah, we
The only
should.
picture I have is of Lori, your dogs, which
Right.
you know, I wasn't sure if that was just a local thing.
Most people have to meet them over in the hotel while they're visiting.
Right.
So you hear that, guys? Cruisin Tikis Key Largo is dog friendly. They don't count towards your 6-person max per tiki.
Right.
So-
And we had a guy bring his parrot one time.
And they're parrot friendly, which is very important in the Keys. Every bar here is parrot friendly, so it's
It
important.
was a
Cruisin
real
Tiki.
parrot too.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
A real parrot.
Oh yeah, real one.
Was it a macaw or a parrot?
Macaw.
It's hard to find a real parrot. They're very rare. And actually, macaws are bigger anyways. That's awesome. So what else is allowed on the boat? Any unique requests you get from clients that you...
We do a lot of birthdays. We'll bring a lot of birthday events where they'll bring cakes on. They ask questions on, can we bring our own food? That's a common question. So we have no restrictions on food, platters, cheese platters, whatever they want to do. It's their boat. So birthdays, we have cakes, champagne. We have champagne openers for special occasions. Just any occasion you can think of. I'd say birthday parties have been real common this summer.
Birthday parties,
family events,
weddings.
Oh, we haven't talked about, we do allow kids. That's a common question that we do get. I'd say a third of all our cruises are families. And it's
Nice.
good, wholesome family outing where they put their phones away, and actually some of the captains will let the kids drive the boat for a couple seconds, and no phones on, and they can jump off the tiki and have a great time. So
Nice.
it's not just for adults.
Nice. Family-friendly Cruisin Tikis. I know we talk about me and my derelict friends doing a booze cruise with like coconuts full of pina colada and rum. That's fine too. But it's also family-friendly. It's dog-friendly, parrot-friendly. It's just a fun, friendly operation.
Yeah.
And I've been doing these shows of my guests from the kind of Zoom era and COVID when we couldn't do anything. And Dan, I think you're the last of the series of the people I've had on. It's been a pleasure having you on today. We're here with Cruisin Tikis Key Largo owner Dan Cornell. You didn't bring Lori. I actually set up her chair. Too bad she wasn't here. Tell her I said hello.
I will.
We got a few minutes here to when I answer your questions. I do want to. Hold on. Don't worry, Tim. You won anyways. Tim said he's stumped. Don't worry, Tim. I'm going to recognize our trivia questions and the answers and the people that because they're on every show. And I love it. Pays to watch this show because the people who watch the show have won some really great prizes. So Janice, Spivak, and Tim Freeman, you both win. You got the first question right. What's the number of bridges in the Florida Keys? It's 42. There's over 700 islands total. It's an archipelago, but 42 bridges. And then Dan had, what is the shortest bridge of those 42? And oh, by the way, the picture just is showing right now of Dan's dogs and his wife Lori. It just came by the feed. Look at that right now, guys. So it's still going through the pictures. Then Dan and I had a different answer, but we'll take Harris Gap Bridge. You guys both chimed in together for the first answer and chimed in for the second answer together. I literally one behind the other. That was awesome. So
I think their answer might be right.
yeah, we're going to take Harris Gap Bridge. We had, or Dan had, and I don't know the right answer, so I'll say Dan, but Dan said Cow Key Channel.
Yeah.
So power of the internet doesn't always work that well. You guys both win. We're going to split the gift certificate, give you guys both $50 each, and contact me. I know them both very well. They're both locals too. Tim is here in Miami's in the Keys, and we can get you that gift certificate, no problem. Is it paper? Is it e-certificate? Or how do you do it?
Paper with a number on it, so you can just give them the number, and then they can just call in.
Yeah, Tim can come by and get it, or we'll figure it out. I'll talk to him. So in some of the pictures we're showing you, we're now showing some of the pictures I took and also Buzz Media took. So enjoy those photos. I know it's a little loud here, but it's getting near happy hour. They're filling in for dinner. But we did want to round out the show answering your questions. We do appreciate you guys being on. Man, I can't tell you enough. I've been on Cruisin Tikis now, probably 6-7 times between parties and actual charters I've done. And today was probably my 6th visit. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. And it's fun. It's easy. Now, they are franchised, so the ones here are located here. You may see some in Almirada, you may see them in Fort Lauderdale, you may see them in Key West. But Dan Cornell is the one to contact for the one in Key Largo, Cruisin Tikis Key Largo, but he has 2.
2 tikis.
That can travel together and even tie up together.
Yeah.
You can even do funny things like in the video, the people jumped off together all at once, all 4 ways. That was so cool.
It was nice. Took a couple takes.
And a picture just passed of me and my Hawaiian short driving the boat. Now that you can't do. You can't drive it, but it wasn't moving, so it's a good photo op. So we just got through all the pictures again. Let me go back to our live feed to round out the show. Appreciate you guys hanging in on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm sure hope it's beautiful where you're at. It's a gorgeous day here. As you tell by the sun shining on us, it's getting near sunset. We're gonna have some dinner, enjoy my tuna nachos, enjoy the rest of my painkiller, and get another one. They're awesome drinks here. And want to thank all of our questions today from Sue Mooney and Tim Freeman, all the questions in the chat from the previous show, and obviously for Tim Freeman and Janice Spivak for the trivia questions. You guys win each a $50 gift certificate that we'll get to you. I'll get with you after the show. And Tim, I know where to find you. Janice, I know where to find you. So it pays to watch the show. You get freebies that are awesome. We have been here for the past hour, both on the water and at Snooks Bayside Resort in Key Largo, with Dan Cornell, the owner of Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. CruisinTikisKeyLargo.com. And what's your phone number again?
It's 800-941-7080.
And do you have a Facebook page?
We do. It's just Cruisin Tikis Key Largo, and we're also on Instagram and YouTube.
Cruisin Tikis Key Largo. Check them out. Enjoy one of the coolest experiences in the Keys. They're on TripAdvisor. They have a #1 rating in the Keys. They are a great operation, and I think Dan, Laura, your whole staff's doing a phenomenal job with what you do here.
Thanks, Dave.
It's been awesome. Next week, Florida Bay Outfitters. Just signed them up to do the show. Brand new owners, great people. We knew Monica and Frank Wall for a long time. Monica and I served on a board together, so did our producer Bonnie, and they have moved on, and they sold out some really cool people, and their shop looks great, and we're going to have a fun time next week with Todd Cook, the owner of Florida Bay Outfitters, next week. Check that out. You know I love kayaking. I did a show from a kayak. Imagine that. And I have a lot of kayaking on my stories. You know, I have a kayak. I live on kayaking trail, but COVID really got me back into kayaking because there's literally nothing else to do down here. But we really appreciate them coming on. And by the way, before I leave, I have to shout out Tim Freeman. Tim wants to donate his to charity. And Janice said, great show. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate the loyal fans. Appreciate you guys being on. To always remind you, like this, share it, comment. I ran this on my YouTube page today. It'll be on A1A Media Network's YouTube tomorrow. As always, subscribe and hit notifications for those channels. Like whatever social media you watch us on. Like Fantastic Endeavors. Like Cruisin Tikis.
Yes.
Like RadioA1A, A1A Media Network. And Dave's Disney if you're into that for my Disney shows. And stay tuned next week as we're going to go live from Florida Bay Outfitters. We have been live all day with Cruisin Tikis Key Largo at Snooks Bayside Restaurant, mile marker 99 Pine 4 in downtown Key Largo, Florida. Come check them out, have dinner, and go out with Dan Cornell and his wonderful operation. You guys have a fantastic Sunday.
Come on, what are you waiting for? They're serving rum up, it's right next door. There's a party on the sandbar in the Keys.